If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Okay. Yeah, let's check out the last one here. This one is going to be the Speed Burst this time from the evolutions. This one provides you with a rapid and a huge pace boost. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of the options for this one that can result in some chain ones. If you guys want to see some of the chain ones, those will be listed in some of the other videos as well, right? Just depends on what you want, because sometimes we don't look at all the chains because it depends on what evolutions people have and what they can do. And then, you know, the comment section usually is always like, oh, but you could do this and that, right? So people kind of like give their thoughts on that anyways, right? So for this one, the big player here that gets the speed boost is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So with this card, it's more so a matter of increasing his usability quite a bit, right? Now, obviously, for this year's game, he would be used in more of the physical striker sort of way, right? With the 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, his dribbling would not be in a great area. However, this card does have the advanced forward plus. Playstyles wise, remember that he still has stuff like an aerial, like a power header with good physical stats in the jumping department. So this pace boost really increases this card to just be more usable in the game, right? If you want to use like a cheaper alternative of Cristiano Ronaldo, because the pace boost would be the main thing that he's definitely lacking in, right? Now, with this card, you could also go down the route of just giving him an engine, right? Because his sprint speed is high, but then his finishing would be at an 87. So for some people, that could be a little bit cooked because obviously with the dribbling, it's still low, right? He doesn't have a press proven to compensate for it. So you're going to use him from those capabilities anyways, right? So the sprint speed being high is important, hunter chemistry style, but then the key thing here is obviously that power shot plus, right? Power shot plus is a very big play style to work with in this game. Power shot actually allows you to kind of guess where your opponent is going to end up shooting, or, you know, utilizing the manual goalkeeping, right? So that little run up that your player does, it allows you to have that time to kind of pick between going to the left side or the right side. So he's trending for obvious reasons. One, because he's Ronaldo, and two, because the speed boost on him would actually be, you know, something that gives him quite a difference. Chiesa gets one from some chain evolutions, right? If we take a look at Chiesa's card, playstyles wise, he already has a rapid, so I'm not really sure why this one is actually trending, unless you guys know what the reason would be. The stat boost, there is none, so I don't really see what the big deal with this one would be, to be honest with you. No idea, unless Footbin's just glitched out, which could totally be possible as well, right? Okay, so Keane gets one. He gets a speed burst as well. Does he need one for the rapid? I mean, you could technically do that, but it's mainly just for the playstyle, not for the pace boost itself. And the pace boost wouldn't have been relevant for him because he's 90 anyway, so it's like, you know, wouldn't really go down this route. Cole Palmer, yeah, he's more relevant. Big pace boost on the inform card from a 77 to an 87. And probably receives the rapid too. I would assume he does not have that. Yeah, so from the inform card, you get that rapid, you get that pace boost, and then on top of all that, you can give him a hunter chemistry style, and then kind of hope for an evolution in the future that improves that card further down the road. Rafael Leão, pretty sure he already has that, to be honest. I mean, he has the rapid plus, so that's not really relevant, is it? I don't even know why these cards are here, unless I'm stupid. Speed burst, it's not relevant for him either. I mean, I don't think so, right? You get the playstyle, I guess. Nah, I mean, you get the playstyle, but, you know. Inaki Williams power shot plus. Inaki already has it too. That one we already know of. Playstyles rapid already exists. Rashford, I'm pretty sure already has it too. Yeah, pointless. Doesn't give him like a weak foot or anything like that. This one's going to be for mainly sentimental, I would say, for sure. Danny Olmo gets a big one. See, that's where it makes more sense. The thing is with these cards is that if you're doing this evolution for these cards, it's because you have the intention of improving them down the line. You know, maybe they get like a defensive boost, maybe they get the dribbling boost. I mean, the card is already well formatted. He just needs higher stats in the shooting and dribbling department, you know? Playstyles wise, I think the rapid is added. Yeah, so that one would make sense for that one. This one we're gonna kind of like skim past a little bit because it's not as relevant to look at, I don't think. Guti is, I mean, I think he would get one too. I don't think people really use this card anymore, to be honest. But he does get the rapid, and he has a regular press proven. And then on a hunter, I mean, this card you kind of have to hope for like further improvements in defensive stats. So rapid is cool. Rapid is cool because with this card, it's a 77 to an 87. So that's a big deal. And then again, you're kind of hoping for a further improvement down the line because rapid being added to him is definitely cool. Rangers from an 80 to an 87, that's a good improvement as well. Can't really go wrong with that. Probably doesn't have a rapid either. He does not. From this one, from Hey Jude, also does not. So yeah, this one would be a little bit more relevant as well, giving him the rapid on the card, a good pace boost, shadow, well formatted center mid. Can't really go wrong with that, especially with further improvements down the line. Nico Benzema. What's Benzema's improvement? Ah, okay. So there's this one, and then there's this one. Oh, this one got a huge upgrade. This card looks kind of crazy. 123k. He's not even that expensive. Karim the Dream. I don't know what he's like nowadays, but he used to be my favorite player back in the day. Literally, like even last year, he had like the best attacking AI. He's just so good. I think I liked him last year more than the flashback one. I kept saying that in those videos. I just never really played the game that much to have him in my team consistently. But again, Benzema gets a massive improvement. You would use him as your physical type attacker, obviously. I feel like Rapid might be added to him. Let's see. Yeah. Rapid is added to this card. So interesting there. Madison would be a big one because he gets a huge pace boost. So EU's definitely going to do this card. This would make a lot of sense for him. Don't think he had a Rapid before. No, definitely not. So Rapid being added to him, a good pace boost. You increase the usability of this card, so the Spurs fans can be happy about this one for a nice little boost for future improvements. Correa from an 85 to an 87. I wouldn't really look into that one too much. The Sentimentals you definitely have to look into for sure. Cardozo from an 85, Pitch Predator 90, Speed Burst. Same one, right? Yeah, well, he probably has like a Speed Burst that gives him that boost there too. Rapid. Yeah, so there's probably like one for this one. Probably just this one. Yeah. So with this one, usability wise, for the Benfica fans, if they're doing some sort of past and present, they can do this card on a Hunter. 87. It's not like a huge boost though. You want to go for the ones that give you a huge boost. Sentimentals for this one will make the most sense, period, right? Because like, let's say for instance, like these ones, it's honestly for the ones where you're giving it to cards that again you don't think are going to get any sort of improvements. Let me go here. So it's Speed Burst for this one, filters. I'll go to like Santa Clara just as an example, right? And then we go to the Speed Burst. I'm not even looking necessarily for like the chain evolutions because some of them already have like playstyle pluses. It's mainly just like, can you turn off the chain? I think you can, right? I don't remember how to do it. Your filters. I don't remember how to do it. I remember only selected. There you go. Yeah, so this is where it makes sense, right? So if I were to look into the sentimentals for a lot of these cards, you would be boosting them in the hopes of boosting them in other areas, right? Because a speed boost is important. I think for this one, for like the fullback position, like giving them a regular rapid and a pace boost is really big. And then you would just like kind of like further improve them down the road. So with this one, I mean, let's see what he has like from some chain evolutions. Speed burst on this one. So he's still kind of low on that. Speed burst 80.2. Yeah. So it's just for stuff like this, honestly. Right? And then you just kind of like improve them down the road. Like that's what this evolution, in my opinion, is more about. Like you can give it to like some of the higher meta cards, and they could be pretty nice. Like Nwaneri, like this guy has a bunch of chains now. You could probably give him a nice little pace boost from an 80 to an 87, right? So that's pretty cool. Probably doesn't have a rapid from before, right? So that's a really good improvement. Or if you've been improving your sentimental cards, rapid on the card looks cool, right? Andy Carroll, you know, former if you're doing a past and present Newcastle team, you could do this one too. His usability increases quite a bit. It would be hilarious to score goals with this card, but it's possible, right? He has the weak foot. Hunter gives him that pace and shooting boost. Good stat improvements. The usability increases as well, right? So that's kind of like the route that you should be looking into, right? So it's either that or you just providing the regular playstyle. So yeah, we don't really need to look into this one too much. The ones that are trending are pretty self-explanatory. It's like I said, with the speed boost, the playstyle being added, it's already on a lot of these cards. I don't even know why some of these cards are trending, but like these cards, it's like, okay, maybe I'll improve them further down the road. Like that's what this one's about for the most part. But yeah, you should definitely be looking into the sentimentals, you know, the young talent from the clubs that you support, or the talent that you just don't think are ever going to get cards. Like these Santa Clara players are never going to get cards. The only one that I could see getting a card is maybe Gabriel Silva and Safita. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, pretty much it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's a shorter video. This one's not really one to look into as much. Obviously, there could be some chain ones that might interest you, right? Because with the speed burst, the chain ones with this one is pretty cool. There's actually like a few different ones that exist for I think it's for like some different ones like pitch vision and stuff, right? So like, okay, like Chris Wood, right? So Wood from his base has an 83, right? So pitch predator, speed burst, you make him way more usable from the player of the month version, right? So you could totally do that. That would be a pretty good example. Weghorst, 87 pace base card, and it's not really like that big of an improvement. The main thing that you get is obviously in that rapid, right? So for a player on a lengthy, it could actually still be really cool to work with, right? Because when you're running and dribbling at the same time, that's going to be like the big deal, right? So you can definitely look at it in that way. Sentimental for a card like this on Samu could be interesting, right? So from Samu, he gets the improvements from all of this stuff here, right? Massive improvements, but obviously dribbling it very low, so it mainly sentimental. Yeah, there's a couple of ones that are trending here. There's ones that were like trending in some of these other evolutions, like some of them in pitch vision and stuff, where there's like chain evos, but like this one, right? Like Adeyemi is one that's trending as an example. But like I think he already has rapid, I feel like, right? Yeah, so it's like I don't even know. +1 overall, +10 for pace. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Max playstyles, yeah. So it's like, you know, I don't really look into them as much, right? Speed burst, do you have it? Okay. And then team of the week surge. Okay, so there you go, right? So speed burst from a chain evo on this one would give you the rapid, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like you can go down this route. Diaby, I feel like probably already has a rapid precision shooter for that one. There was like a few different ones. I think Mendy might be one too. Let's see. Definitely not. Precision shooter. There was a couple of other ones. I think Lorente could have been one too, maybe. Yeah. He's one as well. But this one already has rapid plus, so it's like pointless to look into that. Dembele? Does Dembele have one? He does. I feel like he already he has rapid plus as well, so He do be having the rapid plus. He do be having the rapid plus. Keen, Chiesa, Cunha, maybe? Maybe. There's still like a few other cards that would still be under the same idea that you could improve with some hopes with future improvements, right? Like, let's say, for instance, you go Varane, right? Varane gets a big boost in the pace department, 75 to an 85. If you did the SBC, you're crazy. But if you did this card, right, Shadow, you could do that, but you kind of have to hope for significant improvements in the future for that. Mkhitaryan, right? So from this one, if you did the Hey Jude for him, and you put him into Speed Burst, 78 to an 87. I don't think he has Rapid. No. So if you did the Hey Jude on him, Speed Burst, Inter Milan player that gets Cam++ on a Hunter chemistry style that I would probably use mainly as like a 4-2-1-3 Cam. He doesn't look bad, right? He even has like defensive stats as well. The card is someone that has a 5-star weak foot, so you can kind of see those things as well. Tell, I feel like maybe has it already. Yeah, so that one doesn't make sense. For this one, there's like a bunch of cards that you can improve as like rare cards that you hope get further improvements down the line, right? And Nkunku would probably be one of those examples as well. Gets the speed burst. I feel like he had rapid before though. No? Oh, that's surprising actually. These are like those like slow boosts, you know? It gets to a point where it's like they become significantly better. Incisive pass on this one. Pitch vision is the one that gives him that. Precision shooter. Precision shooter for thing? Did he have that before? Oh, he did have that before, but still. You know, speed burst for him, like that makes sense. Like you could see that a lot of people that are starting to trend are the ones that are like the regular cards. Like look at this, Ibrahimovic. This is a card that Zway would do. A Jude, pitch vision, precision shooter, speed burst. Like this, right? This is the example that I'm trying to say. Like with evolutions, when you go down the sentimental route, this is what you would work with. Like this is a Zway card if I've ever seen one right here. A Jude, pitch vision, precision shooter, speed burst. And like this card, he probably has nothing. Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of like the route you should be going down, right? Because now it's like precision shooter gives him like the finesse and stuff, right? Rapid's added. He has intercept as like an attacker. Like it's a bunch of weird stuff, but it works. You know, it works for a card like this. Cam++. Like I said, these things would be cool back in the day, but the thing is that you need such meta players to be able to play normally, where it's like people are not going to go down this route as much. You know, some people might, but it's like it's hard to call that fun because those cards would feel horrible in the game. You have to like wait for like improvements just for them to feel normal, you know? Does this one have it? I feel like he... Oh, well, Gyökeres gets one too with a rapid. No pace boost, so it's not as relevant for him, but yeah, it's mainly like a sentimental one. It's sentimental, but it depends as well, right? Like Mateusz Nunes, if you've been doing evos on him for a while, like you can get an improvement there. It's not like as big, but like yeah, like this one is really meant for the sentimentals. If you've been improving them over the course of time, because look, all these that are expired, like if you did it for other cards and you just know are never going to get cards, that's where you can give that. You probably have a card shown in your club right now. It's like, oh, I have like 70 pace. Again, there's even like more examples here that you can kind of go down the route of. Santi Cazorla, right? Pretty good example. 70 pace into 80 into 87, right? Pretty good improvements there. There's a couple, man. Like even like look, this Turkish player gets a really good improvement from an 80 pace to an 87, right? From a silver card. Nani, I mean, it would mainly be from like this one, and then you would get like a speed burst, I guess, depending on which direction you go. You can give him a speed burst directly and then get like an evolution in the future too. It all depends. Juarez, pretty good example as well, right? Team of the Week Surge for the passing boost, which is an 87. Pretty good there. Pitch Predator gives him a boost. Speed Burst gives him a boost. And then you can kind of work with like Luis Suarez in a team, right? But again, these are like mainly like sentimentals. That could be nice. But yeah, Santi Cazorla looks pretty cool. Gavi gets a pretty big pace boost as well from a 76 into an 81, 87. So the usability increases for stuff like that. So yeah, there's many cards they can kind of go down the route of. Like, you know, Mark Cucurella is a really good example too, because his pace is normally incredibly low, right? So a shadow chemistry style to make him as usable as possible, that increases quite a bit. And there'll be more cards like this as well. Modric from the rare gold card, 72 into an 82, and then further down the road, maybe you improve them even more. It just depends, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.